Well, hey everyone, welcome back. It's 102 degrees in the Yucatan right now. I'm a sweaty mess, and this is really just a bit of a post-game analysis of yesterday's ride. I'm going to look at two things basically. First of all, how did the bike fare? Because I dropped it pretty heavy. We had an energetic dismount at about 20 to 25 miles an hour, and the bike ended up about 4 feet down in a ditch. And so we're going to have a quick look at what kind of damage that did to the bike, because that's interesting if you're looking at a bike like this and what's going to happen if and when you drop it. So we're going to look at that, and we're also going to figure out what we learned in terms of tires. So anyway, let's have a quick look, and we'll go from there. All right, so I'm hoping you can see this. Pretty new with this camera, but so here she is. So it was about 6,000 K on the bike. She was in perfect condition before this ride, and I'm actually quite happy to say there's only very minor damage. So let's have a quick look at what happened. So she actually ended up at a 45-degree angle, nose down in a ditch. So of course I was amazed, but this windshield didn't break, which is amazing. There's quite a bit of scratching going on. I'm wondering if this will buff out. But amazingly, this didn't break. This did break, but that's a very small piece right here. You'll see. There's a small piece that we can replace. The actual piece itself didn't break. The actual mirror. So realistically, we get away with that little bit right there, and we'll be good to go. We did get a fair bit of damage on this fairing, unfortunately. You'll see around here, and we also got a crack, which is a bit of a shame. So we're going to have to basically glue that back together. Maybe get a bit of tape inside to bring that back. A little bit of this, we'll probably be able to buff some of this out. Some of the gouges we'll be able to fill, so not too bad there. A little bit of scuffing here. These crash bars are a fantastic idea. If you're going to get a bike like this, absolutely get these crash bars. They probably saved this case, to be honest, because there was a lot of stones around. But apart from that, tiny bit of damage here. Really not too bad at all. I'm sort of amazed. One slight weird thing is this area right here. You'll notice, I don't know, hope you can see that, there's a bit of a crack. Not too bad. I'm hoping it doesn't affect the waterproof nature of that, but it looks to me like you can maybe replace this anyway. And outside of that, the only other thing, hopefully you can see this, was a bent gear lever. No big deal. We'll probably just hammer that back out, put it in a vise. So really not a huge deal at all. Maybe a new badge here. I don't know. I'll have to see about that. So one of the main things we're going to have a look at here are the tires. These are brand new Michelin's. Absolutely useless for mud. These are the stock tires that come with the bike. The other guys are using much better tires. Will with the KTM had TKC 80s. The other guys they've got the Heidenau Scout K60s. Much better. So what we've learned about this is you've got to have the right tires for the right thing. Alright, so that was a nice little edit there, nice little break to go and dry myself off, because when I said it was 102 degrees, I wasn't kidding. It's extremely hot. So anyway, there you have it. So the plan for me now is there are two seasons here in the Yucatan. There's summer and winter. In winter it's very dry, and around about 26, 27, call it 80 degrees Fahrenheit. In the summer it's extremely hot, as it is now, 100 to 110 degrees, and wet. In the wet, off-road, these tires are useless. So we're not going to be using these tires again in wet. So what I'm going to do, I think, is buy myself a pair of TKC 80s for next season, because we're coming to the dry season now. I'll buy myself a pair of TKC 80s. I'm going to put those on in June when the rain starts. We're going to ride the TKCs June through probably November. And then we'll put these ones back on because they're a lot better on the road, and they're okay on a dry trail. They're pretty rubbish with sand, not much good with gravel, but on a dry, dusty trail, actually they're fine. Drop the pressure about 10 degrees, 10 psi, and they're good to go. So anyway, that's the post-game analysis of the last little ride. I'll see you next time.